This is the YouTube demonstration for Introduction to Data Mining. This is the group Ida Lee, Wei Han, and Kevin Ma. And what we're going to be looking at is the data set right now, which we analyzed. We chose to analyze the Broad Institute Brain Cancer Gene Expression Level 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at the raw data set right now. So the Level 2 data set, oops, wrong editor. If we open up the level 2 raw data, you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 25 dimensions of data. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a dimensional reduction to reduce the amount of the dimensions which have little correlation with the rest of the data. This will allow us to actually visually display the data and see any validation of correlation amongst these data sets. So we're going to take this huge amount of data and we're going to make it look like this. This is an example of one of our LLE dimensional reduction outputs. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you first how we were able to obtain this data set.
So now we will do the dimensional reduction using our custom dimensional reduction component, which uses MATLAB. We use an API called MATLAB Control to manipulate MATLAB through Java. And so we will click this button and it'll bring up MATLAB, which takes a few moments. So now MATLAB is initialized and we can select the data that we want to load into memory to perform the dimensional reduction. We can do either PCA, which is a linear reduction, or LLE, which is nonlinear. First we'll do PCA, then we'll do LLE later. We can also input the target dimensionality. So in this case we'll put 2 to reduce this data set down to 2 dimensions. So the PCA reduction finished very quickly, and it saved the output, which is basically 2 columns of data, into a text file to that same directory. And then we can then perform an LLE reduction using that same data set. LLE takes one parameter k, which is the number of nearest neighbors to use in the algorithm, and then we can keep 2 as the target dimensionality. And this algorithm takes a little longer to run than the PCA reduction. So now the reduction is complete and it's written out the 2 dimensions into a text file in that same directory. And so now we can load those data sets into the visualization component to interpret the data.
So right now we are going to look at the visualization of our data mining project. And what we have here is we're going to take a look at the LLE as well as the level 2 PCA values we have. So what we did was we used JFreeChart, and we're going to plot the LLE and the PCA data first together, and then demonstrate a normalized version of the two graphs together, showing their relationship. And we're also going to show the two graphs independently, just to see how things run. So we're going to run this. Let me just check. All right, so this is the normalized version. So I believe, Weihan, that the blue indicates the LLE, is that correct?
PCA.
Sorry, the blue indicates the PCA and the red indicates LLE. You can highlight the mouse over and see the exact positions of these. This is the normalized version of these two graphs. I sampled these two to find, what ratio we need to increase the graphs by. So this is about 20,000 plots for this graph, and if we zoom in, we can see, let's take a look at right here, we can highlight over and zoom in on sections. So we can see right here for the PCA, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
The PCA, there's the LLE, there's small clusterings of data along this kind of, give me a second to go back. Sorry, it's not. Oh, okay. Don't know when I clicked, but so there's a zoomed out version of our graph, and you can see some kind of strange seashell sort of pattern right here, which the LLE has, and the PCA is more of a scattered plot. So let's take a look at what these graphs look when they are not normalized. So as you can see, the LLE data set is much smaller than the PCA. The PCA range goes from about the negative 9.5 axis on X domain all the way to the 8.5 range, and the Y goes all the way to the 8.25 and about the negative 5.7 right here. So we can zoom in right here. We can actually see the LLE data right here in its more standard range right here. If we just highlight one more time. So this is this is the standard range of the LLE data right here. As you can see, it's the middle point about here is floating around the 0.0075 axis. So let's zoom out again. I still have no idea what I'm clicking to make this zoom out. Something. It should be double click, but it's not working. Just give it a second.
Maybe it's a drag.
Dragging this.
Yeah. On the axis. Yeah.
There. Okay, there we go. So we were to take a look at the first point alone.